Did you see what happened this week with Instagram, with Facebook, with...
It got shut down.
Yeah,
it was a
it got shut
catastrophe.
down.
People were just fists at the sky.
Crazy.
I thought it was glorious.
Tell me what, you're free for like a couple hours?
It's like 2 hours I didn't have to check that shit.
I love
But as crazy and funny as that is, of course, it's exciting to get a break from the phone. Like, I don't have to worry about it because nobody else is doing it anyways. But there was a lot of things. Who were the ones that were down that day, Rob? Can you bring it up? Was it Facebook, Instagram? There's a bunch of that. Let's look at that number right there. The big picture, self-reported outage on both platforms surged, reaching more than 583,000 reports on Facebook alone. More than 92,000 outages were reported on Instagram. During the news, earlier technical issue caused people having difficulty accessing some of our services. Stone added that the issue had been resolved as quickly as possible. Some users also reported being logged out of Facebook accounts. Meta acknowledges Facebook login status page that the platform was experiencing major disruptions. The same happened with Threads and Facebook Messenger. The outage occurred on Super Tuesday when over a dozen states head to the polls for presidential primaries. Now, Super Tuesday, it's not like Nikki Haley won anything but Vermont, and she, I think, announced that she's stepping away. And,
this morning.
Yeah, she announced it this morning.
such a devastating.
Do you have the clip when she announced that? Because I know there was I think there's a video of 300,000 people in front of the White House crying.
I'm going to get emotional. I'm going to get emotional, so I'm going to
Can you
turn
play
away.
this clip, please?
In all likelihood, Donald Trump will be the Republican nominee when our party convention meets in July. I congratulate him and wish him well. I wish anyone well who would be America's president. Our country is too precious to let our differences divide us. I have always been a conservative Republican and always supported the Republican nominee. But on this question, as she did on so many others, Margaret Thatcher provided some good advice when she said, quote, "Never just follow the crowd. Always make up your own mind." It is now up to Donald Trump to earn the votes of those in our party and beyond it who did not support him. And I hope he does that.
You know what she really wanted to say? Guys, listen. I thought the Supreme Court was going to get him out. They messed up. Now I got to drop the hell out. That's what she was hoping for.
That'd be a better speech.
Wouldn't that be better? Just be honest, Andy?
What if they had to write their own speeches?
Oh, my God.
You know what she wanted to say? She wanted to go up there and be like, "Thanks a lot, assholes. I thought we were in this together.
What happened?
Now you guys are fucked.
Yeah.
Whatever happens is your fault." And she smashes
dropped
the dish
the
and
mic.
she walks off.
that would've been-
55 million views later and 600,000 new Twitter followers. I'm back in it because now people want me to keep running.
Yeah, you guys told me he was going to get disqualified. What happened?
What do you think makes her an unattractive candidate? Maybe you think she's super attractive, but it seems like almost majority of the people you talk to, there's something about her that they find unattractive. She's just the one that didn't quit.
I've watched very little video of her, and I honestly
You're missing out. But
yeah. Well, have you guys ever watched the movie Ready Player One?
Of course.
Yeah.
Where they shut down, what do they call it? The Oasis?
Yes.
Like that, I'll answer your question, but to go back to like Facebook and Instagram, one of the first things they did is limited people's time on it, and life is probably going to get better.
Yeah.
So I wish we would do something like that. The videos, the first thing that I caught in that is that she seemed very robotic. And I do a good amount of public speaking, so I understand the pressure of being up in front of individuals. But I also only say things that I actually believe in, things that I wrote. And so it makes it different. I know I have a natural way to deliver things. That seemed to me incredibly flatline and baseline. And that's just not the way that people are. So, I mean, that's my first assessment of just looking at that specifically.
What do you think happened with the Facebook and Instagram and all this stuff happened on the same day after? I mean, first of all, it happens on Super Tuesday, but it happens a day after Colorado ruling 9-0, and, where you said earlier that the enemies of China, Russia, Iran probably love the fact that transgender lieutenant colonel is up there screening, and they're like, we want more of this, and we want more of this, and we want more of this. This wasn't a small little, glitch that happened with one company. A lot of companies were affected. So it can't be tied to a Facebook error or a Meta error. What do you think happened there?
I would be curious to know how many people truly understand the digital infrastructure required to make all of these things run in real time. I've heard interviews with people like the founders of ChatGPT or people who are working on AI. they can't actually describe precisely what is going on and how. They have some boundaries, but I think that that organization, I can only imagine the server farms required to keep Facebook and Instagram open and the amount of code and interaction between those companies and other companies. Non-conspiratorially, I would say, there's probably trillions upon trillions of line of code. I fall short of my job standards and expectations sometimes. Maybe a coder was having a little bit of a rough day and one of those got highlighted. Conspiratorially, you could say these entities or enemies of our country, before having a full-on frontal assault, maybe it's good to test the boundaries a little bit. Maybe it's good to put some, if I were them, though, what I probably wouldn't want to do is shut it all down. You would want to test it in a way where it maybe would make a little bit less news, because then you could keep building upon it, which is why I don't think it was necessarily conspiratorial. But yeah, if you're going to have a larger scale attack, send in a reconnaissance element. See how it goes.
And have them come to the border, which is completely wide open, and everybody from every single country.
It depends on who you ask, sir.
Yeah. It's humanitarian, Vinny.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.